Hello.
Hey, I apologize.
Oh,
I don't.
please.
I
We're
can't
not going to go through that.
explain that. I
It
can't even
happens.
explain it.
No, it happens. It happens.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, First, welcome to Pop Your Shit, Mr. Barzey.
Ooh, I like that. Hey, how's
And
everybody doing?
secondly, happy belated birthday.
Thank you. Yeah, I had a great birthday yesterday. Normally, I don't really have great birthdays because my dad was buried on my birthday. So
Oh.
yeah, so June's not a good month for me. But I had a great birthday. I went to a buffet. I ate my feelings away. It was
But that's all it works for me.
great. Yeah.
And congratulations on let me get it right, the Black Caucus of American Library Association Award.
Yes. Yes.
So now we're an award winner. Wait a
I
minute. Come
know.
on now. Come on.
Woo! I'm
You
so
know,
excited. I
listen.
At first, like they emailed me and they were like, "You won," and they were telling me all this stuff, and it wasn't really until probably last week that I was officially sure no one was trying to scam me. I was just like, I don't know what's going on right. But yeah, I'm excited. My wife's excited to go to Philly, and it's just great. I can't believe it.
Listen. Okay. Let's jump right in. So listen, you scare me.
What?
I am so I don't watch scary movies. Horror books, but you scare me. Camp Lanier.
Yeah, yeah. Camp Lanier was fun to write. I,
Okay, so what got you started into writing horror?
oh, I just enjoy horror. Like outside of writing, like those are tend to be the books I read or the comic books I read. Tends to be the movies I watch. Like when I was younger, I want to say probably like maybe 5 or 6. I was like terrified. I didn't want to see anything. But I got older siblings, so they don't really care about none of that. So we watched Candyman, and he became my personal like boogeyman for a good majority of my life because I lived in the projects. And in Candyman, they have this scene with the park and the
Mm-hmm.
bathroom, and I could see that from my window. So I was just like, "Yeah, that's me. I'm gonna die today." So, and then they locked me in the bathroom.
Did you say it 3 times?
Yeah, no, they locked me in the bathroom and they just started screaming it. But after that, I decided I need to just explore horror and get over my fears. And yeah, I've
Is
loved it.
it okay? So I'm naturally I'm a scary person when it comes to that because I feel like I'm gonna have nightmares. Did you experience any of that as a child growing up?
Oh yeah, I used to have nightmares of Freddy all the time. I don't know specifically why, but yeah, well, I mean, I guess it's just because he comes in your dreams, so that was more logical in my head. But beyond that, no, I normally have like nightmares about like regular things. Like now that I'm out of school, I have nightmares about being in school or being in the military. Basically, my old life.
Listen. I have nightmares about just waking up tomorrow. You don't know if we're gonna be
Hmm.
under siege or not.
That's true. That is true.
So when you tell folks I write horror, because you write horror and fantasy, correct?
Yes.
Kind of, kind
Somewhat.
of,
Kinda. Yeah.
kind of. Okay, what? Okay, define what genres you write in, so that for the readers that will be watching, they don't know.
Okay, yeah. So I write horror. A good amount of my work is in like post-apocalyptic horror, so, zombie based, and then I have just kind of like one-off things like Camp Lanier and Youngblood is a dystopian horror with vampires. And me and my wife, we work on books outside of my horror. So anything that I do outside of horror, that's normally what me and my wife are working on. So we wrote The Realm, and then we wrote Side Chick to Sister Wife, but we're still like editing that and all that.
So what is that about?
Side Chick to Sister Wife. It's about this real estate agent in Atlanta who like gets saved by this dude, so she kind of falls in love with him,
Mhm.
and he's married. and they just have this like hidden relationship, and she's fine with being the side chick. And then she finds out he's married to two women, and then it all just falls apart.
Okay. So it's horrific.
I mean, to someone it is.
So how did you and your wife come to work with each other? Like work write books together. What's that like?
um, Both of them came about the same way. Like she'll just say something, and she'll be like, "No, it'd be really cool," and then I'm just like, "That would be cool. We can write it." And so that's pretty much it. Then we'll just like sit down and we'll plot it. I'll do like the bulk of the writing and whatnot, and then then I pass it by to her, and she'd be like, "No, no, no, no," and then so, like at first that got me because like writing by myself, I was like, "This is genius," and I'm writing with her, and she's just like, "No, that's not gonna work." I was like, "Oh, okay." But
Does she read your horror books?
oh yeah, she loves horror. Like we're a big horror family. So
Your children too?
I mean, they don't really have a choice. So yeah.
Wow.
I mean, my oldest, he enjoys horror, but the other one, he's just one. So it's Miss Rachel and Louis right now.
So, okay. What is the key ingredient to writing a good horror story?
I believe it's just tapping into normal fears. Like, yeah, you'll have maybe like zombies or extraterrestrials and stuff, but it's the thing that people battle with normally that's going to impact them. Like if it's like claustrophobia, if it's being unable to trust people, which is a big thing in some of my work, and or just not being believed, microaggressions and stuff. You can twist all those into a good story and then just build around it.
Okay. Okay. And do you consider yourself the king of horror? Because you don't run into a lot of, not a lot. I'm not saying there aren't any, but there are not a lot of African American or Black authors who write horror. So, how would you talk to yourself? Because I'm curious. Because I'm gonna go and call it the king of horror.
Okay.
At least that's what me and Storm. That's what Storm thinking. I'm gonna go with what she thinks.
Well, thank you. I'm really proud of myself. I don't know if I could actually say that, but I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of how far I've came. It started with one book in 2017, and now we got like 10 and like 3 coming out. So yeah, I'm excited.
Is there any character that's most like you or you identify best with in your catalog?
Catherine. I think like Catherine is kind of like a self-insert, minus all the badass stuff that she does. Like, but emotionally and the way she thinks, was definitely me. And Peter, because that is my middle name, so I modeled Peter a lot after my younger self. I modeled Peter a lot after that. But with Catherine is just like my not biggest fear, but the thing that bothers me is when you go out your way for people and then you just find out that they were never really messing with you like that. You're doing all this stuff for them and they're gonna let you down at some point. You just don't know it yet. And that was a big thing with Catherine because some people call her mean. She's not mean at all, but she's really helpful and she's really there to save people. And then she slowly finds out one way or another that maybe they weren't worth saving. So,
which character is most like your wife? And what book is it from? So that people know.
most like my wife. That's
Never got that question before, huh?
No, I've never got that question before. Most like my wife.
Because people tend to write about people that's close to them.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they take attributes and traits
Mm-hmm.
of the people that closest to you. So there has to be a character that has a lot of her traits or characteristics.
I would say Taylor in some aspects. Like Taylor is like her hobbies and her like model is off of my little sister, but the way she deals with scary things, that's pretty much my wife. Her reactions, her panic and stuff, that's pretty much my wife. So yeah, I never really thought about that, but yeah,
Let me think of sometimes. Sometimes.
yeah.
Um, what have you learned about yourself as an author?
Um, I am probably like my biggest critic. Like, for a while, I would have friends or my family, and they'd be like, "Oh, you should play video games, or you should do this, or you should do." But I couldn't do that for a while. I've gotten better at it, but I couldn't do things that in my head didn't seem productive because, like, if I was playing video games, I would always be like, "Well, I could be writing, or I could be hanging out with family." I Yeah, so um, I guess just figuring out how to just give myself grace every now and then. So
Are you considered a perfectionist?
no, I would say I'm not a perfectionist, but I would say like I'm a hard worker. Like I like to grind. When it's done, I'm kind of done with it. So perfectionist, so just keep on going. I was just like, yeah, I like it how it is. So, but I love the grind. I just love. I don't know. I like being busy.
Okay. What is the best advice you've ever received in your literary career?
Um, don't worry about reviews. That's pretty much it. Like reviews, they're great, but I definitely think they're for the readers. Yeah, they're especially if you have any kind of like mental health issues or emotional issues, you can you can get a high off of your 5 star and you're like on cloud nine, and then you get hit with a 1 star and that's all you think about for like the rest of the month or something. You're just kind of like, oh, what's wrong? And there's all this praise, but you're focused on the 1 stars and stuff. So I try not to worry about reviews. Before I even put out Planet Dead, I got the idea to just go to all my favorite authors and just see what their 1 stars were like.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it can be 1 star for the craziest things. So I was just like,
It really can.
yeah,
Sometimes I be wondering if they okay.
yeah. At the end of the day, it's just someone's opinion. So I just try and let them have it and not really focus on it.
Hmm. Um, how important do you feel, um, are, how can I say this? How important are Black voices in the literary space, especially in horror and fantasy, the paranormal, and the genres outside of romance?
I mean, as far as America goes, I feel like Black voices are important everywhere. Like we built this country, so we should be seen in every aspect or whatever aspect we want to be in. Like
Right.
it's weird to me for me to like I don't know write a epic fantasy with a black female lead, and then you call this like DEI. But I grew up basically forced to watch white everything and just accept it. But you can't like read a book. Like it's crazy to me how, and for the most part, like it's not even like intentional sometimes. It is for a lot of people, but for some people, they just don't understand that we have been just taking in, and now it's their turn to take something in, and they're just kind of like, oh, I don't like this. I don't like how
Oh
this
no,
is.
it's a crime. It's an act of war.
Yeah,
You have to
yeah,
know something about us because
Yeah.
you've already painted this picture.
Yeah, and then it's like, and then to me, it's all fictional too. So when I'm seeing people like argue about things like, oh, the Little Mermaid being black, I was just saying, real, y'all, what are you doing? She can be black. It's fine. There was a
Listen,
black Little
if
Mermaid.
she want to be orange, she can be orange. We got an orange
Yeah,
president. Why she can't be black?
yeah, it's crazy. So I definitely think black voices are needed in fantasy and horror because we deserve it, and also we you tell different stories with different voices.
Right.
Like it's never gonna be like the same thing from everybody. Like black voices have different fears. They have different things to add to it. They have different jokes. They have just different things. So
They're adding sometimes the spices spicier.
yeah,
Sometimes the screaming is screaming louder because I think sometimes we don't get complacent all the time. I think we are trained to do the unexpected all the time.
Mhm.
And I know that we have to be 10 times better. So you always thinking out the box. Where sometimes where these people, they don't. They
Yeah,
don't always think out the box. I'm not saying that none of them do. Some of them don't. And
yeah,
then because they're subpar or mediocre, we're supposed to be fall out the feet because they wrote a book. It don't work that way.
yeah, yeah. You definitely see it a lot on here. So
So you might not can say it, but I can't. So I'm your catalyst. Okay. Um, with the political climate that we have, unfortunately, they attack our books, our
yeah.
speech.
Hmm.
What are your thoughts on on how they are attacking us and your voice? And are you worried about your literary career as an author being silenced or censored or whatever the case may be?
I I have this like just like fear that I'm gonna go to bed, I'm gonna wake up, and then I can't leave America if I wanted to, or we're just like trapped here, and that's like my biggest fear with things. Um, so like it's all strategical. Like they're doing this on purpose. They're taking away your knowledge of history. They're taking away like black voices and LGBTQ voices, and it's all a reason because like they don't want people to have empathy. They don't want people to understand things. They just want you to believe that America is the best place in the world. But every country thinks they're the best place in the world. So, uh, do I worry about my career? Um, Sometimes it just feels small compared to everything. Like, especially like when he won, it took me a while to be like, oh, let me talk about books because I was just like, man, the world's burning, nobody cares. So, but
That we do because we have to have an escape.
yeah, that's true. That's true. So, like, he, I'm waiting for like that big mess up that'll just kind of like erase this whole bad dream or the other thing that everybody else thinks about. So that's pretty much it.
Well, I think we all are waiting on it. Okay. Um, how just because I asked these set of questions because I want other authors to gain the knowledge that you may want to give a lot of the gems. I like for authors to drop any gems that they wish to drop.
Okay.
How has your experience been with social media in your career? How has it helped you? How has it harmed you? What's your advice with moving books and social media?
Okay. Um, it's different for everybody. Like, especially even the platforms. All the platforms are different. You just have to find which one works for you. Like, TikTok sells a lot of books, and it probably would be beneficial for me to like put my face out there and make more videos and but that's just not me. I'm not very. That doesn't make me happy. That's something like I dread. I'm like, oh my god. So I prefer things like what do you call it? Oh, of course I'm gonna forget Substack because I prefer writing. I prefer writing and maybe just doing little stories at once. So I prefer Substack and Instagram, and those are things that I'll focus on in my newsletter and stuff. As far as everybody else, yeah, you need to try everything, and then from doing all that, find something that you enjoy doing or you have fun with, because then you could market yourself and you don't feel like you're forcing it out there.
Right.
So,
What are you most proud of
am I most
in your author journey?
in my author journey? Um, just the fact that I haven't given up. Like it gets hard sometimes when you're just like sitting there and you get a month where you don't sell anything, or like I don't know, you feel like nobody's looking for you or nobody's seeing you. And I try and just keep my head in my lane, keep my head down. Only time I really focus on other authors is if they're doing something that I'm just like, oh, that's really cool. I should do something like that. And if it's something that I can like take away and use or just to celebrate them, I like doing that. I like celebrating authors. I try not to let someone's success bring me down, because that's just that it happens, but that's just not how I like it. So I think just the fact that I kept going, because it could have been easy to stop when real life I need to pay bills and stuff. I can't be like, oh, well, I'm gonna write these books. No, I need to go sell something on Amazon. I don't know what I need to do, but I need to do that. But it's great because I've sat down and my writing has helped me so much, and in things I never expected. Like Stitches is a whole bunch of short stories that I've basically written throughout my career, and then I put it all together. And when we had some hard times, out of nowhere, this YouTube channel started buying Stitches so they can do like YouTube videos for it. So they buy each story, and that helped. And it's never knowing, like, when the little things that you've done in the past really do pay off in the future. So
Okay. Um,
thank you
is
so
it
much.
hard to write horror, or is
Is
it
it
easier because is it hard to write horror, or is it second nature for you?
I think it's second nature for me, just because it's just the genre that I love the most. Um, Sometimes I'll feel like it's hard in different aspects. Like I'll be like, oh, well, this isn't scary, or nobody's gonna like this, or this isn't funny. But I finally figured out that's only because I'm sitting with this every day. I know how this is gonna play out. I know this, so I try and just put that aside. I'm like, as long as I feel like it's potentially scary or it's something that's entertaining, I'm pretty sure someone else would like it too. So for me, the concepts are like easy. Like I'll just be sitting down and then I'll get an idea. So I have this like Google Doc of all these ideas, so I can one day write these books and stuff. So yeah, I think it's
Do you have a favorite book?
my favorite book. Um, that's probably between The Weight of Blood and Razor Blade Tears. Those would probably be like they're neck and neck for me. I love S.A. Cosby, and I love Tiffany D. Jackson. She just does amazing things. Both of them, every book I've read from them, I just love it. So
See, I
yeah,
haven't read what is it, Weight of Blood? I haven't read
yeah,
that. But I did read Razor Blade Tears.
yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh, that was so good.
yeah.
So
It
good, so good.
was. It really felt like one of those old movies that I used to watch with my dad, like Charles Bronson and Death Wish and all that stuff, and I'd be like, oh, he would have loved this. But yeah, so I bought it for my father-in-law, and I bought him a whole bunch of S.A. Cosby books because I just feel like it's a vibe that he would enjoy. So
Do you get the support that? Okay, I know a lot of authors says they have to find support outside of their family. Do you get the support from your family that you want?
my family's always been supportive, no matter what it is, especially with this writing thing. Like, because as far as my family, they don't. My mom and my aunt, they don't read horror, but they'll buy all my books and they'll be like, "Oh, that's great, you go." But they've never read one, so. But like, it's always been. I don't know. I grew up with them always telling me that I can do whatever it is I want. I don't know where they got that from when they saw my grades, but I was like, yeah, I love that. So keep going.
But was that always the dream to be an author?
No, my first dream was a doctor. And then I passed out seeing blood once, so I put that away.
I'm dead.
So I put that away. I had a lot of dreams. I was gonna be a cook, so I went to culinary school and everything. And like halfway into the first semester, like I was breaking down my life plan. I was like, I'm gonna open a restaurant. It's gonna be in a sports bar, and then I'm gonna retire and run a comic book store and write stories. And then I was just like, maybe I should just jump ahead. I don't see why I have to do all this other stuff. So originally, I wanted to open up a comic book store, and that was a great idea. I couldn't get it going, and then writing was just I always wrote on my spare time, and when I was deployed, I tried to find like an agent for Planet Dead, and I got like a lot of no's and turned down. So I was like, oh, that sucks. And then when I got back, that's when I learned about like self-publishing and things like that. So, I sat down, I did a lot of research, and I was like, I think I can do this. And I'm happy that I did. So,
um, Before we even move further than that, I just want to thank you for the books that you donated from my birthday giveaway.
oh,
Um, that meant so much to me because you didn't have to. You don't know me, I didn't know you, and I was like, oh, and it came packaged so beautifully. Thank you, thank you,
no
thank you.
problem. No problem. I'm happy that
Um,
you enjoyed it.
I did, I did. I was like, should I keep these for myself? I said no, but I had asked. I gave it away. I did. I gave away 80, 85, 84, 85.
Ooh, ooh, that's good.
So
That's
I'm super. I'm hoping that I'm happy that these books found good homes.
yeah.
I would like to make this something annually.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens. We'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see. Um, how do you know if you don't watch reviews? I mean, read reviews. How do you know if your writing is getting any better or worse?
Well, I mean, I don't really, I don't write in like a bubble, so I have editors that I'll go to, and I have data readers that'll read it before anybody else, and my wife checks it out. I just personally know I can see my growth. Like I can see my growth from Planet Dead to like Camp Lanier. I can see how I understand my craft more, and uh, I just know how to structure my storytelling more. Because like with Planet Dead, it was just kind of like sit down. I wrote it one chapter, one chapter. I had no plan, and like I was a pantser, and for a while I was like, yeah, I'm a pantser. I was proud and whatnot. But then like I started outlining, and I was like, well, this is genius. I don't know what I was doing back then. So I see my growth personally. So
How did you? Okay, because I've been tinkering with outlining, and it just does not work for me. How? How, Sway? How? No, seriously. How did you get it down to a science? Because I struggle with that.
Oh, okay. So, I read the book Save the Cat, writes a novel, and they had a basically like a template of how your outline's supposed to be.
Hmm.
So I did that with Youngblood, and I was really satisfied of how that went. So I just do it with all my books. I know the key idea, and then it's just me basically breaking down what needs to happen in Act One. This is the goal for Act One. This is the goal for Act Two. This is the goal for Act Three, and then I just break it down through chapters. So it's not like I'm not super detailed. Like I don't have index cards and boards and stuff. I just have one document, and then like when I'm writing, I'll just check in. I'm like, what's supposed to happen in this chapter? And I'm like, oh, okay, we'll do this. Like so.
Okay.
It just takes time. You gotta just keep doing it. You do one and then you work and refine. You find how it works for you. Because I don't do it strictly like how the book said. I was like, this is just the foundation I need. I don't really need all that other stuff. So as long as I had my structural foundation about how I was gonna go about it, I just rinse and repeat, and it just made it a lot easier.
Okay. I like it. I like it. Um, what is the one thing that you'll always include in your stories?
Black people. Black people most definitely. And humor. I can't really avoid it. I like I just like to laugh, and I just slip it in every now and then. I love funny dialogue and stuff, so black people, humor, and that's about it. Well, what do you call it? I don't know. You can't trust people in my books. That's pretty much it.
Okay. What are three things that you must have in order to write?
um, my computer, because I'm not writing by hand. I'm not doing that. That's it's just my computer, maybe some water. I don't really have like a whole system and stuff because like my house is never quiet. My kids are always just like, da, 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 da. So I don't really need quiet to do it. Um, I used to, when I first started, I was working. So I would wake up, like, and I'd be at work at 7. So I'd wake up 5:30 and I'd write. And I'd come back home and I'd write from 10 to 12. And that was how I did it. But now it's just kind of like, when I have a rotating schedule throughout the week. So Sundays will be like make social media content, edit this, plot that, and then Monday it'll be something else, and da da da. So that's how I follow things. So for me, it would just be my computer, water, and yeah, I got another one. Sometimes I put movies on in the background. So yeah, I think that.
Listen, you have a little. You need a little white noise.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
sometimes.
Okay. Okay. Um, what would your readers be shocked to know about you?
To know about me.
You,
Um,
you the author.
uh, I don't know if they'd be shocked. I was in the military for 9 years.
Really?
Yeah, I was a cook in the military for 9 years. I deployed. Um, I got two. Oh, I'm the youngest of 9, so I got that. That throws people off sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah.
People don't
So
have 9 kids no more. I mean, they do, but not like that. Wow.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's a blended family, so I'm what unites both of them. But like I grew up that way, so I didn't know people called them like half siblings and stuff. That was just not mine. I was like, this is my brother, this is my sister, and that's how it was. So, and they've always been around. So yeah, that's probably something that shocks people. That's about it.
How does
Military.
your kids see you? With be like, my dad writes books. Are they excited, or they be like, he just writes books?
Um, Aiden has autism, so he understands what I'm doing. He hasn't like read my books. I'll read some of them to him. That's mostly why I shifted and wanted to write some more YA, because I wanted to have things that I could sit down and I could read to him and whatnot. So he used to like come in here and I'd be like, "Oh, Daddy's working. I'll be there in a minute." And then he just started saying it all the time. Like he'll open the door and be like, "Daddy's working." I was like, "Ooh, okay."
That's aggressive.
Yeah. I don't know what I did to you. Yeah, so I like to think he's proud of me. Yeah, and River's proud of me. As long as he has food, he's happy. He's like golden.
No, this is feed my belly.
Yeah.
What you want to do?
Yeah, so I don't care about those books. Just give me some crackers or something. I need something to eat. So yeah, but my wife's really proud of me. She's definitely what keeps me going. Like she tells me she's proud of me all the time, and you know that helps. That helps.
Have you settled into being an author? Do you enjoy it? Like, I know that some newer, I'm not saying that you're newer, but some of the newer authors be like, "Oh, that's still weird to me." That's my title.
Oh, oh no, I love it. I love being an author. It's not weird to me. Like, I mean, I guess when I first started, it was kind of weird to like tell people, "Oh, I'm an author," and they'd be like, "No, you don't. You work at Walmart. What are you talking about?" I was like, "No, I write books." So, but now, like, I'm comfortable with it. I love being an author. I don't think I'm ever gonna stop. I mean, regardless if I blow up or not, or like get something made into a movie or get to whatever level people think is success, I'm just always going to keep writing. I enjoy it. Um, it helps me get things out, so I'm never going to stop.
There's a question I asked. I had two male authors on a few weeks ago, and I think this would be perfect for you. I'm just trying to find it. Um, how do males, black males in particular, how do they view you when you say, "Hey, I'm an author"? Do they ever ask for advice? Do you ever give advice? Is it something? Do you get any interest? Because I would love to see more
Mm-hmm.
male authors, especially black male authors.
Um, Mostly whenever the men in my life find out that like I write, they're they're they try to wrap their head around like, how are you doing this? Like my father-in-law is always asking me, he's like, how do you come up with these stories? Like what do you do? And I tell him, I tell my brother and everything. Uh, Anyone that asks me for help, like if they come to me, I will I'll help them. It doesn't. I've done formatting for people just because they needed help. The only thing that I don't put myself out there to do is like read your work. I It's not that it's your work, but it's just because I read slow. I do audiobooks. So if I have to read your book, you're probably gonna hear about it next year. And I don't even think that's good for you. So
That's me too. I read slow, but I
hmm
hear fast.
yeah, yeah.
So look. I no seriously. They be like. So I listen to the Kindle Assistance reader
Oh yeah, yeah.
because first I try to touch something from everybody
hmm
as best as I can. Everybody's dropping a book every 3 minutes. So
hmm
I'll be like, okay, I gotta read that. I gotta read that.
Yeah.
So I realize I read slow. And so I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna catch that. I'm not gonna catch that. But now that I have this tool,
Yeah.
I don't have to sit with the book in my hand or my Kindle. I can actually be doing something. And
Yeah.
if I hear something, and I'm like, oh, hold on, I didn't get that. Let me go back. I can actually go back and read it and be
Yeah.
like, okay, I
Mhm.
now I really got it.
Yeah, that it's definitely a great tool. I feel like not that many people know about it, or they just don't like it because of how it sounds. But like
Right.
Alexa can read my Kindle books to me. I do that sometimes. So Yeah, because not all authors have like access to audiobooks. So there
Right.
are like you'll find a chunk of books that you love, but they're just not in audio format yet.
And see,
And
I'm one of those that can, getting a narrator is great. I probably would prefer a narrator if I can get it.
yeah,
But if I just need to get the root of the story, I can tune out that it sounds automated. So
I think the storm knocked the power out.
I don't
But
know. That's good.
yeah, it came back.
All right, we're gonna hurry this up. We're gonna hurry this up. All right. Uh, what was the other question? Um, okay. If you could invite three authors to the Author Hall of Fame, who would they be?
Oh, yeah, S.A. Cosby, Tiffany D. Jackson.
Hmm.
Um, my third, um, I really like Grady Hendrix. I would put Grady Hendrix there. I wouldn't say like R.L. Stein and Stephen King because I feel like they're already there, so I don't need to give you an invite. But yeah, those three are just my favorite authors right now, so I definitely would put them in the Hall of Fame.
All right. Um, if you can write in another genre, what genre would it be in?
Um, I like fantasy. I want to try and write an epic fantasy. Like I'm slowly plotting it and getting together with it. Like I'm reading all the Game of Thrones books because that's just not my wheelhouse. Like I'll watch it on TV, but I've never like read it. So I just got the idea that I wanted to do that. So that's one that I want to try, epic fantasy. And oh, well, most people don't know this, but I love rom coms. So maybe one day I'll try that.
Really?
Yeah. Serendipity rom coms are amazing. I love rom coms. You drive me crazy.
Hmm. Hmm. Tell me something. Tell me something. Um, if you could invite five authors or writers to dinner, dead or alive, who would they be, and why?
Edgar Allan Poe. I love Edgar Allan Poe's work. I I'm fascinated by his life, and I definitely want to know about his last moments of how he died because there's too much mystery around that. I need to know things before I leave this earth. I need to know if Bigfoot's real, aliens. I just need when I get to the gate, I need them to tell me this. I just need so definitely Edgar Allan Poe. R.L. Stein because he shaped me pretty much like Goosebumps and stuff shaped me. Tiffany D. Jackson because I just want to know how, and S.A. Cosby because I just want to know how y'all do this. Like how it, it there's no right for them to be this good. Like so I would definitely love just to pick their minds and that would be really cool.
Got one more.
Oh, I got one more. Ooh. Ooh. Who else would I do? I don't know. Maybe Shakespeare. I used to love Shakespeare stuff. I used to like read it all the time. So I probably
No,
would.
I never really understood it until I was an adult.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't understand it till you were an adult.
Because in high school, I was like, "What the hell is this? Nobody wants to hear this." But as an adult,
Mm-hmm.
I started understanding it a little bit better. I guess maybe because I got a little bit more mature,
Yeah.
and life hit me a little differently, and I started to understand it. It just started clicking.
Yeah.
Nothing was clicking, Stephen. Nothing.
Like I was like fascinated with Romeo and Juliet. Mostly because like Romeo was just kind of like I don't know, like I felt like he was just kind of like an F boy, just jumping from girl to girl. I feel like if they didn't die, Romeo would have found a new girl next week. So that's my vibe. I dive too deep into it, like, but I don't know. I just always loved it, and like he, so many things are modeled off of Shakespeare's work. So it'd be interesting to like actually talk to him about it. Yeah, Othello.
All right, Othello. Okay, I forgot. She the hood intellect, so she know this. She know these things, man.
Yeah.
Um, name something that everybody loves, but you hate.
Um,
It's anything at all. It
I don't
doesn't
know
have
if
to
everybody loved it, but I absolutely irrationally hate glitter. I don't like glitter at all. I don't want it around me. And I don't know, I just can't stand it. And then you have like these kids want to make slime, and I'm just like, why do you gotta have glitter? Why can't we just do regular slime? And I'm just like, I don't like it. No.
be funny. Um, describe yourself in one word.
Mm, funny. I like to think that I'm funny. Some other people might not be, but I think I'm hilarious in my
Listen,
house.
me too. I'm gonna give you a dad joke in a minute. They don't think I'm funny, but I crack all the
Yeah,
way up.
it's good enough for me. Yeah, I'm laughing. So I think that I'm funny, and I feel like people need that in their lives sometimes.
Okay. Where do you see Sylvester Barzey in 5 years?
Ah, I am going to have me like a mini mansion. Uh, get all my books optioned. Like I gotta put it into the universe, but I expect big things from me. Like it might not happen this year, it might not happen next year, but like 5 years from now, I would definitely love to have some more books under my belt, some audiobooks out, and maybe just I have like people are looking at Camp Lanier. The publisher like sends it out to studios and stuff, and they're reading it. I just haven't gotten any yeses yet. I got some no's that hurt, but I didn't get any yeses.
Okay. Hold that thought. Let me, because I want to ask more about that. Is it important that your work goes to film or TV or miniseries, however you want to call it?
I mean, it's just important to me. That's just one of my success bars. Like, I mean, if it never happens, um, it might be a shot to my ego or self esteem or something. But it's just something that I want. So it's
It's just
important.
award winning, so why wouldn't it? We gonna speak life in this.
Yeah, like the overall grand scheme of things, I don't think people should like authors shouldn't put that as their end all be all. Like, don't say you're not successful if something doesn't get made into a movie. So, but yeah, that's just something for me. I'd love to see it.
Me too. Don't be like, I interviewed him once
Yeah.
or twice, because this
Yeah.
might be the last interview. Um, fill in the blank. My pen is,
My weapon.
there you go. There you go. Blank is life.
Art. Wait. Blank is life. Wait.
Mhm. What's life to you? It doesn't have to be book related.
Family.
Okay. All right. What hates to see you coming?
Probably my kids. I know they get tired of me. They're just like, why is he always on? Why doesn't he just stop? So,
Okay. Okay. What advice would you give other authors who want to step out and write horror or any other genre that they're not comfortable with writing, or something that's new that the masses are not comfortable with? Because again, like I'm not a big horror fan, but I'm learning to like fantasy and all these different other
yeah.
genres. I'm expanding my palette. What advice would you give to authors that want to write differently?
Definitely just read more. I feel like you should be reading outside your genre regardless, because like just because it's a romance book doesn't mean it can't help you write horror. It helps you understand relationships and fill in those things. You can take something from everything, but if you really want to like dive into another genre, you need to read. You need to understand how the story's structured. Just just little things that you can only pick up by just listening or reading the book. So that's definitely my number one thing. Just read and immerse yourself with the fandom or the readers. They'll let you know what you should be reading. They'll let you know what bothers them. Like, and you take all that and you go and make your own book.
Okay. Like it. I like it. I like it. All right. Ready to pop your shit, sir? I can't talk. You ready to pop your shit?
Yeah.
So this is what I'm going to ask you. How can, okay, first of all, where are you going to be 2026, 2027? Where can the people come see you?
In 2026, 2027. 2026, I believe Storm's doing an event in Savannah. I want to say it's Savannah.
That's 2026, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna be there. It's gonna happen.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna be there. 2027.
I mean, 2025, 2026. Sorry.
Oh.
Okay, I'm
It's
sorry.
like, woo.
Listen, I got 2026 on my brain because I was
Yeah.
mapping out some stuff.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be in Philly this weekend to accept the award for Camp Lanier. And there's this big convention there, so I'll be there. I'm not like signing or doing any panels and stuff. I'm just there for the awards. So yeah. What else? I haven't really planned out. Like I took a break from doing shows because I just got like burned on a few of them. Not burned like, oh, the hostess or whatever didn't do the job. It's like, no, it's just like I put more money in than I got out, so I had to take a step back and reevaluate things. But yeah, this year I think that's pretty much it. I don't think I'm going to be in any other book events. I tried to go to the one that was in Atlanta, the romance. Yeah.
Oh, Black Romance.
Yeah, Black Romance. Yeah. So, but it was sold out. I was just like, ooh, I learned about it too late. And everybody's like posting things, and I was like, I live here. Why ain't I there? So,
Right. I think they just closed their author list, and I think they're announcing who the authors are going to be for next year.
cool. Cool.
So we got to keep you in the loop. We got to keep you there.
Yeah.
How can the people find you?
You can find me on all social media platforms at Sylvester Barzey. It's pretty easy. And my website is sylvesterbarzey.com. That's where you can find all the books and stuff. And my Substack, I do an email. I try and do emails probably like 3 a month or 2 a month. But that's probably the best way to get inside my head if you want to, is just follow my Substack and see what's going on.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to ask you. For a new reader to come into your catalog, what do you suggest they start? Where do you suggest they start?
I think you could start with Stitches because it's just a nice sample of what I do. And if you don't like any of those stories in there, you're probably just not gonna like my catalog. So it's an easy way to try it out.
Okay. Stitches, y'all. Stitches, y'all. And what book do you wish got more light? Which one that you felt like was really good, but it just quite didn't perform the way that you wanted it to?
I would say Planet Dead 2. I always say Planet Dead 2 saved me because I was writing it the year my dad died, so I got to get my mind off of that for a little bit. And I put a lot into it. I definitely put a lot of my emotions with my father because like the main character and his father have um, a bad relationship, and then his father dies, and then he has to deal with that, and then his father comes back, and then he has to deal with it. So, but yeah, so I don't really hear too many people talk about that. Um, I tried something different, like because my main character was Mexican, so I wanted to make it like a telenovela. So there's a narrator that hops in each chapter, and I thought that was clever. But yeah, that one, I'd love to have more people read that.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Any advice? Anything else you want to say? Any shout outs before I get into me popping my shit?
Uh, just shout out Storm and Shannon. I feel like they're doing a lot. They're bringing a lot of people together with their events, so I'll shout them out. And if you're a creative or you want to get into something, just do it. Don't talk yourself out of it. Just do it. Even if you fail, you can always get better. And plus, if you fail, ain't nobody gonna know that because you failed. Nobody knows where it is. So yeah, you're always gonna get better, especially with your books. Every book's gonna make you better. So you just gotta keep writing.
Hey. Solid advice, y'all. A few gems in there if y'all was paying attention. Okay, so I'm the Couple Book Too Busy, as you guys know. You can follow me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Substack. There's nothing on there yet, but this summer there will be stuff on there because I got something planned for it. And Blue Sky. So make sure that you like and subscribe. This interview in its entirety will be on YouTube hopefully soon, like sooner than later. I've been real busy and out of town, so I will be updating YouTube with all the latest interviews that I've done, and it'll be over there. You guys know I have a PR company. Check me out at bookedandbusy.square.site. I do PR, art teams, street teams, and marketing plans to help you get to what you want to do. So helping you create avenues in order to sell your books and be a little bit more creative. Events that I'll be going to the Bougie Book Tour Chicago, October 17th through the 19th. Super duper excited. Make sure if you're in the Arlington area, they have a stop in Arlington, Virginia, or somewhere nearby. I won't be at that event, but I will be in Chicago. Arlington, I believe, is in July. Storm, if you're still in here, give me the date so that I can say it out loud. For Arlington, Virginia is in July. And then I think Storm is at the Gem Awards and AANBC Awards. The Black Writers Weekend Awards, I think. I don't know offhand. Listen, it'd be a lot. So that will be my last stop this year will be Chicago. I'll be in Las Vegas in February 27th through March 1st. We'll go on to Vegas, stay in Vegas. If you see me outside, mind you. If you see me in Chicago, and I tell you my name is something else, mind you. I will be hosting Cali Author Book Takeover. Cali Author Converse and Denim Book Takeover. By Shelley P. She is the author behind that. I'll be hosting that April 24th and 25th. A time will be had. Again, mind your business. So I'll be busy. I will be hosting my own event. It's the Napa Book and Wine Tour, September 4th through the 6th. We have 3 days of fun. This is not a book event, but it's a book retreat and a fun trip are surrounded by books. So Friday, we'll be touring Oakland, San Francisco, and some of the surrounding areas. We will be going to the oldest black bookstore in the United States that is African American. It's Marcus Bookstores. On Saturday, we'll be visiting the countryside of Napa. We will be drunk, I'm sure. We are going to go wine tasting and touring and all the things. Um, and then on Sunday, we'll do downtown Napa. Friday night, we will have a tennis shoe ball. A time will be had. I think I got a special guest. I'm still trying to confirm. You guys are gonna be like, I know you fucking lying. Just wait. And then on Saturday night, we're having a Jersey and Jordan's game night. It's gonna be a time.
Okay.
So if y'all want to donate books for that, for some of the prizes, I'm doing books and all kind of little prizes. A time will be had. So again, that's September 4th through the 6th in 2026. Black businesses I support. Black Girls Hired, of course. Okay, that's my girl. Storm is doing a fabulous job podcasting. Check out her Substack, her YouTube, her IG. Make sure you're following her on all of those things. And she also has a journal. So if you click her link in her bio, or click the link in my bio to get to her page, her link tree, you'll see the journal. It's a 3-in-1. You guys should check it out. The Literary DFW, who is owned by Shannon, none other than Shannon. When I can't buy my books off the Literary DFW, and there's nowhere else to sell it, only but Amazon, that's when I go over there. I try and get it from her or from straight from the author. So make sure you check out Shannon. She also does a bunch of other things, author merch, covers. She got to spend a night with a book box. She made candles. She do all bunch of stuff. She can do a bunch of stuff. So she'll probably be mad at me, but I don't care. The Urban Tea Room, Natalie. If you're looking to make your characters into teas.
The tea was so good. Like I bought like 5 different packs, and it was delicious.
See, he know. He knows. Because I know what I know, but he know it too.
Yeah.
Natalie from the Urban Tea Room, her teas are fabulous. So make sure that you check her out. She is sponsoring Chicago. So she will be doing a demonstration in Chicago. A time will be had. East Suites by Erica, East Suites Indie by Erica, the Rita Baker. Y'all know who the Rita Baker is. Y'all know, if y'all been in our lives, y'all see the Reading Baker. We don't call her that. We call her the Rita Baker. We run that shit out all together. And her cookies are delish. Her cake jars are delish. And she will be sponsoring Chicago as well. And she's bringing her sweets with her. A time will be had. If you're looking to get your book sprayed, hold on just 2 seconds. Let me get this puzzle. If you're looking to get your book sprayed, or looking for cover designs or another person to administer your street team and art team, Jess from the Bibliophile Boutique. All their links are in my bio, in my link tree. You can go straight to their link, their website. If you're looking for a great editor, I mean a fabulous editor, the one that just did Quasim 3, for those that know who Quasim is, Jacquel J. Mark by Tyler. Her link is in my bio. When I tell you, she know what she's doing. She don't play no games. Make sure you don't be trying to hackle her down on the price, because guess what? She is worth every dime that you spend. If you're looking for a good book club, the books we love to discuss, those ladies over there have a time. They keep it about the books. They don't keep it about the drama. So the only prerequisites are no drama and keep it about the books. Their link is in my bio. That's my book club. So make sure that when you say, hey, I found you through Nicole, y'all don't be over there embarrassing me. Okay? Because we don't want them problems. And that's it for me today. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
It's such a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, this is great. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you so much. And make sure that you guys check out Camp Lanier. Storm's favorite is the dead one. What's the dead one? What's the name of it? I just said my mind. Where?
Planet
Planet. No.
Youngblood.
No. Planet Dead series. Y'all make sure y'all check that out. Y'all hear me? And Stitches. He said that's where you should start. All right.
All right.
Thank you.
No problem. Have a great night.
You too, everybody. Good night.
Bye.
Happy reading.